Avoid borrowing at ridiculous interest rates in your business and be able to manage your cash. You can do this by predicting it, but there are different ways in which you can make sure you're not borrowing at ridiculous rates, especially as the interest rates can be very volatile. Make cash flow the central part of managing your business. You want to be able to predict the cash in your business. This helps you if you're looking out 3 months, maybe even 36 months, to see where you will have cash shortfall. If you can identify these areas, you can start looking for product options way in advance instead of having to react when you're panicking because you're running out of cash in your business. You also maybe look at sensitive scenarios in your business. Let's say if the current interest rates drop, how will that impact your cash flow in your business? If you have voids in your business, so you have tenants that are not there or tenants that are not paying on time, how will that impact your business? And if you do this and incorporate this in your cash flow, you can then predict when you're likely to have shortfalls in cash and maybe when you need extra cash and can get them at good rates rather than sourcing in a panic mode. Also, speak to your mortgage broker on a regular basis. Touch base on whether there are better products on the market. In some instances, it may be better to switch to fixed rate, for example, or you may be able to get a good deal if you want to refinance early. So speak to your mortgage broker. They'll tell you what's happening in the market, what the lenders are doing, and you may be able to jump onto some of those good deals that are not of high interest. If you have tenants in arrears, you also want to be able to communicate with them in time so that you know that the cash is coming in for rent. If not, from an accounting perspective, I'd say you need to incorporate this in your numbers, provide for that expected loss so that you know where you stand from a cash perspective if that cash doesn't come through. This will give you a reliable source of numbers that you can also use if you want to borrow from any lender. Something you want to consider, because if they pick on this and you haven't, then you will not prove credible and you will avoid experiencing the pain of paying higher interest rates than you need to.